Hey, welcome to HR Happy Hour Work Break. You are live here with the NASCAR pit crew, Trisha
That's
and
right.
Steve. Hey, Steve Buzz.
Hey, Trish, there's trouble in turn two. Look out. Oh, I'm kidding. I like the headset look. I
I
think it's
hate
cool.
this. I'll tell
How are
you
you?
what. Oh, I'm good, but whenever technology isn't working, it's like you try different
Oh, I know. It's
microphones
so
and
frustrating.
headsets, and now I
It's so
sound echoey
frustrating.
to myself. Hopefully, everyone out there listening is not feeling annoyed by this, but
Hey, it's the work break. Things happen when you take a break, right? We're going to roll with it.
yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Congratulations. I loved the show yesterday with Ted. And thank you to Ted Kopta, our pal from ADP, for stepping in, doing a great job.
Wasn't he good? I
Yeah,
loved
Ted is
that
awesome.
he gave a nice tour, and actually, I had been curious about it had been probably a month since I've talked to anyone that lives in New York, so it was nice to have an update.
Yeah, great stuff. So that was cool. So Trish, we have not talked, about the show too much. I don't know if we're planning on doing a show tomorrow, Friday. It's sort of a holiday. We can figure that out later. But just in case we don't, and I didn't get any messages or guesses for the "Where in the World is Steve" thing, and I
Right?
don't think anybody guessed correctly. So I'm prepared to reveal that. And I also want to share just a little quick funny story. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay, so where I'm at, and I have been this week, is a place called Holden Beach in North Carolina,
It's
which is a
really
lovely.
blurry. We can't see it,
Oh, you
or at
can't
least I
see this.
can't. It's
Okay.
blurry.
Well, all right. Well, trust
You
me, it
just
says
tell us.
Holden Beach is where I'm at. It's been lovely. It's been great. Although today the storms rolled in, we had to scurry off the beach, and I'm back in sort of the house. But the other day I was able to, when you're at the beach town, you go to the beach store and get your maybe a couple souvenir supplies, sunscreen, little plastic shovel, whatever you need, right? So
Right.
I went to the beach shop, of which there are many down here, and one of the things I bought was the hat, which is this hat that does say Holden Beach, I promise. The
Okay.
hat, the hat and t-shirt combo. So the t-shirt's rolled up in a tight little ball, like a roll. It's shoved inside the hat. The whole thing has kind of a ribbon around it or some kind. And that's I'm like, oh, I like hats. I like the t-shirt. I'll buy a t-shirt from where I'm at. And that's great. So the downside is though, in the hat and t-shirt combo, at least in this particular place, you can't really see the t-shirt. It's all rolled up tightly in a ball. You don't really even know what's on it. And I just saw that it was white and had some red lettering. It looked like it might have been a pirate on it. So I bought the hat. I like the hat, so I bought the hat and t-shirt combo. I unfurl the t-shirt when I get back to the house, only to find it says "Surrender the booty" is the was what it says on it, and in much smaller letters. And this may be blurry. I
It's all
apologize.
blurry, so yeah, just like less
It
movement.
says
I think your storms are impacting your Wi-Fi,
okay.
but so
It says
surrender the booty.
surrender. Over here it says strong ale, and
Okay.
over here it says loose women. And I
What?
have, yes, it
No.
does. I have to tell you, this is not the shirt I would have bought for myself as a souvenir from this beach trip. But I thought it was funny, and I'm wearing it now, and I'll probably never wear it again. So
I think you should probably
that's my story.
retire that one right away. But funny story. Good story.
Hashtag surrender the booty. That's all I could say.
Just remember not to buy t-shirts that are rolled up that you cannot see.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a lapse in judgment. But other than that, things are going well. A little bit of rain, but really nice place. And the other thing about it I've learned over the last few days is it's kind of super empty. Like I'm ready to come back and spend another week here because there's hardly anybody around.
Oh, that's great. Very good. Yeah, I think people are starting to get a little nervous about being out again.
Yeah.
So anybody who was venturing out, I think, is starting to reconsider, and yeah, it feels like the numbers are spiking everywhere. So
Yeah, that's really too bad because like there's been this kind of pent up demand and pent up desire, and even today the BLS report came out today. The jobs number was really strong. Several million more jobs added, and
right.
it's like maybe that was a little bit too much too soon in some parts of the country, and we might see another pullback, which will be kind of tough for really everybody who's just trying to get people back to work, get businesses open, get their just semi back to normal. And we'll see. Hopefully this long July 4th weekend, people won't be going too crazy and things won't get out of hand again.
I don't know though. It sounds like people are maybe not going to listen to that advice, but we shall see.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens down here too. I mean, it's been pretty empty, but we'll see if it picks up a little bit. Although I'm leaving, I guess on July 4th, which is Saturday. Yeah, that's when I'm bugging out of here.
Well, good. Well, you've had a nice long break then. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's cool. But I've been working too. I've been keeping up on it. We dropped a couple podcasts this week on the HR Happy Hour show, so you folks
We
can
did.
check those out too. I feel like I spent the last couple of nights out on the porch at night, and beautiful night. The birds flying around, sunset, editing a podcast. And who doesn't do that on their vacation? Really? I mean,
You know what though? I feel weird about vacation because I thought I would take maybe part of today off and then tomorrow. And I was thinking, oh, I'm take a vacation day. And then I'm thinking, am I really on vacation? I don't know. It's all blending together now, so I'm not sure.
well,
Oh,
I think
we have our friend Francisco saying hello. Hey there, Francisco. I'll pop
hey
that
there.
up there. Um, yeah, I don't know. It just feels weird. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't ever feel disconnected anymore. I feel like I'm working every day.
Yeah. Well, Trish, you are. I can tell. I can attest to that. I know this about you. I'm certain that you are. I'm certain that's what's happening. And even I'll tell you this. Like, we have like our small business, so it's a little different for us. It's not like we're sort of corporate employees who maybe will take PTO and be away and be disconnected. And there's
Right.
nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to say people shouldn't do that. I think people should do that. I do feel it's a little different. I've noticed a difference. I haven't taken a vacation in a really long time. Like no one has this year, really.
Right.
And so I've been doing some work every day this week. There's no way not to, really. I think when you're trying to keep your business going, right?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely keeping your business going and trying to figure out what's next, but then also it's just maybe something to keep your mind off of not being able to go a lot of places you normally would, you know.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but I feel a little bit like I'm so tired of hiking and basketball and bike riding and all the things I normally didn't do that I started doing during the pandemic when it started, and now I'm sort of like over it a little bit. So I don't know. I need a new hobby or something. Maybe somebody can suggest something. So
I've been working on my couple of books this week. The other thing I noticed too, and on that light, I've jogged a couple of times this week when I was here, and I used this app called Runkeeper to keep track of the whole thing, and I've been using it for a long time. And at home, some days you just get so bored you want to go outside and go for a jog. Like I think it was yesterday, and when I jogged yesterday, I've jogged as many times the number of actual times I went out to jog in 2020 as the entire year of 2019. Now, and I went and I
really,
jogged this morning as well, so I'm now one ahead. So in 6 months of this year, I've jogged as much as I jogged in the whole year of last year, and I think that's largely attributable to what you said. You just
yeah.
want to get out of the house, you want to do something, and there's not a lot of options, right? Or there hasn't been for a while. I mean, I was lucky to find this place, quite honestly. Like it's secluded, it's families, it's really spread out. There's no one really close to you on the beach, and that's kind of the only way I would have come to a place like this,
Oh,
right?
right.
In that kind of situation, there are no restaurants, there are no bars around in this town, so it's definitely not that kind of a place. But yeah, it's you're doing a lot of things, and now we're getting sick of like another jog. Oh my God, that's gonna be awful. But
Yeah.
uh, I'm still optimistic. I'm going to finish my 2 books this week. That was my goal earlier in the week. I think I mentioned, but hopefully I'll get there.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad that you jumped on this earlier today because I thought, I do want to take a little bit of a break this afternoon, and I am going to read, and
Do it.
maybe I'll give it some thought, just something else. I need to try something new. I'm just feeling really burnt out over all of it. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you get to be when you're working from home. You're working so hard. You're working all
Yeah.
hours. The work you can never really get a break from it. And then there's also concern, right? Like a lot of businesses, there's concern about things and just
Yeah.
trying to keep things moving. And there's no doubt it's been a really stressful time. I haven't seen any data on it, but I want to look for it maybe next week. Maybe we can talk about it. Is like
Sure.
the pent up stockpiles of PTO, like in the
Oh,
corporate space. I'll bet
yeah.
there's just tremendous amount of unused PTO, right? And what's going to happen with that, and what are the kind of issues that are surrounding that? I'm gonna look into that a little bit next week.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Pardon me. I have allergies here, and I have no water to drink.
I know. I ran up here to do this. I didn't bring a drink either, but
All right.
that's okay.
Well, listen, I will let you go to finish enjoying your last few days of beach time now that you've
Well, thank
told
you.
us all where you're located.
I
What
know.
was the beach again?
It's called Holden Beach, Holden
Holden
Beach.
Beach. I don't think
It's
I'd
in
heard of
North.
that one.
I had never heard of it either until I got here.
Nice.
It's in North Carolina, and highly
Okay.
recommend it as a place for like a quiet kind of beach getaway. Raining a little bit much this week, but that should break sometime. But yeah, definitely recommend it. And yeah,
Very
so
good.
are we on tomorrow or not? I don't know, but you let me know. And if we're not, then have a great July 4th weekend, everybody.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. We may need to actually take a day off, but
You
yeah,
you need to. I've been
I think
vacationing.
we should take a day off. We'll see
I
everybody
don't
on
need.
Monday. All right, everyone.
Awesome.
Happy 4th of July if you are here in the United States. Happy weekend if you are not, because I know we have people all over the world listening in. And we're really grateful for you. We love the show. It's been really fun. Thanks again to Ted for doing the show with me yesterday.
Yeah.
It was really nice. And I'll tell you what, it's funny when you talk to different people that, he mentioned that thinking about things like forward instead of
Mhm.
trying to return to what was. And that's just the last 24 hours has stuck with me. So I think maybe I'll give some more thought to that and maybe write about that over the weekend. So
Great.
yeah, good. Well, have a good rest of your vacation, and we will see everyone back here on Monday.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.